Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday. I love Wellness Wednesday, my business bestie calls it. Trey Urban here, and I am known as the Transformational Energy Trainer because after healing myself from paralysis, I now teach others to release that deep physical, emotional pain and disease. And it is my very great honor to present to you Wednesday, like I do every Wednesday, Laugh and Learn Lunch. And today it is my very, very great honor for you guys to meet the amazing queen who not only has helped transform my life through her meditations, through listening to her soft, calming voice, but to know that her energy is here to do amazing things. I have been gifted to be able to spend time and space with it. So, without any more being said, I would love to introduce to you the amazing Willow. Willow, please introduce yourself, share with the people more about
Thank
yourself, and I'm going to
you.
get your link.
Yeah. Thank you, Trey. So, yeah, my name is Willow, and I am the meditation rebel. And you know how moms are always super, super busy, always stressing, always drowning in housework. Um, I'm teaching. I've been one of those mothers. I teach mothers how to find that calmness and peace in the middle of that chaos of life. And I do that by teaching them how to meditate in less than 10 minutes. So,
See?
yeah, that's me.
That's why she's the warrior. That's why she's the meditation rebel. Rebel without a cause, rebel with a cause. She's the rebel with a cause. I love it. So I tell you, my journey of meditation, I don't know who out there knows what it feels like to feel like they just can't sit still. I'm
Yeah.
raising my hand right now. Who
Yeah.
out there was so when I started the meditation, I thought, oh, okay, I gotta sit there and be quiet. And it felt like torture. Oh my gosh. And so let me reel back a tiny bit. So it's self-care. So when you get on this healing journey, when you start realizing that your body and your mind needs what? A little bit of care, you start doing things a little different. I started seeking a counselor. I had been visiting with this counselor for years, and she was like, Trey, she called me Tracy because that's my birth name at the time, Tracy. But I don't need to see why anymore. So I know who I am. So I'm just Trey now. So she said, Tracy, you need to learn how to breathe. And I'm looking at her crazy. I know I'm looking at her crazy because my face is always doing something. And I'm like, and she said, I know you breathe to live, but you need to learn how to slow down and breathe. So I challenge you to spend 2 minutes a day just focusing on your breath. And I was like, I got this because I love a good challenge, right? I'm a hard head. So, yo, mm-mm. After 3 weeks, I went because I went every once a week, right? And in the third week, I was in tears. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. I tried setting a timer. I did and I was literally in tears in her office, feeling like such a failure. And I was like, girl,
Yeah,
please.
it is hard. It is hard.
It's huh.
And
So
and
please
it's
share,
because our minds are
share
not
what
conditioned to that.
introduced you. Yeah, because I want to know. Is this been something you always practice? Did something like me happen that raised your awareness that you needed to focus more? Please share with
Um,
the audience
Both.
more about your journey.
Um, I started meditating in 2012, on off in a meditation group every new moon, every full moon, and I would just go there and be a part of that group, meeting some amazing people, starting my whole journey there, and then I've been meditating on off since then. Um, and in 18, I think I started doing regression work and started guiding people through that process, discovering that I'm actually able and capable of guiding people really deep, really, really fast, and going to the core of what it is that they need to solve and they need to see. I don't have the solution. I'm the one asking questions when I do sessions like that. So I discovered that, and so from 2018 and onwards, I've been guiding on off a bit more than before that. So then fast forwarding to this past summer, I got hit by a really bad case of anxiety attacks. I had back anxiety attacks. I was under my covers. The only thing that kept me going was that I needed to get up and get my kids going. Otherwise, I would crawl back into bed and just be there and hyperventilating and chest pains and all sorts of things. And I found out that anxiety attack is much more than just that hyperventilation that you usually has. That's an anxiety attack. So following that trail back, I could see that I had actually had anxiety in my life always.
On some level, right?
At some level, I could go back to my school time and see, oh, I had days where I did not go to school because I couldn't pick up the phone and call people. I couldn't do stuff like that. And I still have certain issues around that, where I'm just cutting off and can't do it. But this summer, I refuse to be pulled down further. I hit the bottom. I hit the bottom hard, and I didn't want to go even deeper because that wasn't not really possible. So I decided to start that meditation thing that I had been doing and helping other people with, and start eating my own medicine.
I know, amazing when that happens.
It is so funny. So I started small with just 5-10 minutes of breathing and centering myself, and then I started thinking, I had that Clubhouse account and I had some followers there, and thought, okay, to keep myself accountable, well, then I'll go on Clubhouse and schedule some rooms. And I reached out to lovely Savannah Dover to ask her if I could use her club as a platform for it, and she said, "Yeah, go for it."
Thank you. I know. I love me some Savannah. Oh my gosh, yes.
Savannah is amazing. That's a whole lot. We could have a
whole wellness warrior
talk
queen.
about
Yes,
how amazing she is.
Yes, I agree. We love you, Savannah.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's one of the reasons that I'm alongside with meditation, that I'm still standing. So she allowed me to go into the club and host rooms there. So I had rooms in the beginning. I had them every hour throughout the day.
You go, girl.
So I was meditating for like 80 minutes a day suddenly. And that
so
was what.
So real quickly, so did you just start doing it and decided to go live when you were doing it for yourself, or did you decide to do these meditations to engage other people also?
Just for myself.
And so see, you're like my bestie who decided she wants to just read her book. And so she's like, but why should I read it? So I'm going to read it in my club out loud, whether anybody comes or not. So this is something similar. You're like, I'm going to get in and meditate because I'm doing it, whether someone comes on or not. Huh? Girl, I'm so proud of you.
Exactly. And I have regulars now that come to my room. And
her rooms are big, you guys. Get on Clubhouse.
Yeah, Clubhouse is amazing. So I have people coming there. I just opened a new time slot that is in the around 7 a.m. Eastern. And without me even introducing it, I have new people coming in. So it's amazing.
That's where that magnetic pull, because the energy, the like-minded people that we give thanks for all the time, that just, there you go.
They're just being pulled in. And I feel my own, that's the thing with the meditation, my own energy is ramping up. One of the first things I discovered was that I was capable. You talked about breathing before. I was capable
Or
of
lack of it.
breathing. I was capable of taking deep breaths. I noticed a difference in how I was breathing because I was doing these deep, deep belly breaths and expanding my lower part of the lungs and the rib cage to really make that big space inside of me for the
Yes,
air
and
to
please
come in.
quickly share about that, because what I realize is most of us are doing it wrong. We're
Yeah,
not
a
really,
lot
we're
of
not
people
taking
are
a big
breathing up
breath
here.
right.
So I'm just
Yes,
saying
yes,
like this.
please, girl.
A lot of
Please.
people are breathing up here, so it goes like,
Yeah.
and they raise their shoulders, and then it's only the air is only going like here. So
Yeah.
if you want really, really, now you get a nice shot of my chest. So if you want to really engage that breathing, you need to expand here because that
Yeah.
will expand your entire diaphragm and pull it down so that it draws down the lungs and makes a lot of room for the air. So, and that is why you push out your belly button. That will
And you
automatically
sit
do
up
that.
straight,
You
because a
sit up
lot of people
straight.
scrunch.
Yeah,
And then
and shoulders
you can't take a
down.
big breath when you're scrunched.
No,
You got to put
no.
your shoulders back.
Yeah. So take one with me.
I am. I
Yeah.
am. I
So
stretched out.
take a
I was
deep
like,
breath in
all
through
right.
the nose. Nose is best. So take a deep breath in. And really sense how round and big you get here around the middle and release the breath. And there you activate your muscles
See,
right
there goes the
here.
shoulders. Okay. See,
Yeah.
I was doing it wrong again. Okay, wait.
Yeah. And exhale. Because you can also the shoulders will go up when you start filling up this space, but you need to fill up the bottom half of your lungs first. Otherwise, it will not be activated. And the funny thing is that when we breathe up here, we breathe very shallow. That
Yes. It's like
automatically
panting
triggers
almost. Like,
anxiety. It automatically triggers anxiety. It triggers stress. It does not detox the lungs, detox the air that is in the lungs in a decent way. So you will have all these toxins going around in your bloodstream.
and it doesn't help
Your body will be fighting.
You don't get as much oxygen to your blood system, to any of your whole body. And that is the key. That's why I go, that's the fizz to our blood. So if not, your blood's thick and everything doesn't flow as easy, which is why your thoughts get all freaked out, because that it doesn't have the flow. I'm like, it's like not having oil in your car, or having thick oil, or not enough fluid.
Exactly. So if you don't have enough fluid, if you don't have enough vitamins, if you don't have enough food, if you don't have enough clean air, your motor will not be running.
It's a whole recipe, you guys. I keep telling you, it's the recipe.
It is. It is. So,
yes,
and that is basically what has slowly started to transform my life and started to pull the power back into my life. Because the other thing that I do in the guided meditation, it's not only the breath. We use the breath to access our body. It is to bring us from the mind to the body. Because when we do this, we go up here. When we take the deep belly breath, we go down into the body. Rudolf Steiner has this theory of moving in a figure eight, so that we have the top of the figure eight, a small top up in the head, and down into the body is the big loop of the figure eight. So that's kind of what we need to do with the breath as well. And I always mix these two up.
I love that, and I love the
parasympathetic and the
visualization.
sympathetic. Yeah, and it's such a smooth,
and it feels harmonious, and that's one of my
you
words.
can actually do that breath.
Yes.
So you pull the breath up,
and I feel it flowing.
And let it go all the way down.
I come back up.
Yeah, I have a guided meditation for that, where we do it all the way down into Mother.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an amazing one. So and that is what I do. Also, I use my words, and the guided meditation has changed slightly over the time, as to what I was guided to, what I was feeling drawn to say. In the beginning, it was 8 minutes of abundance. So we were talking about abundance. I was guiding to abundance, and it changed into what it is now, and it will probably change again.
Oh,
Um,
sure. Everything's
so
always changing.
right now we are centering and we are expanding out and pulling back into center to take up the space that we really need to be taking up, because that's another part of it. If we are making ourselves small, if we are constricting ourselves, constricting the breath, if we're constricting ourselves, our energy, we will also experience anxiety, because we will be feeling
Restriction
trapped.
in the outer world. If you have it in the inner world, you're going to have it on the outer world.
Yeah, exactly. So when we are expanding ourselves into that energy, into what it is that we're really here to do, to share, that changes the game. I can feel it for myself, because I'm feeling, like I said before, my energy ramping up, because I do this minimum one time a day. Minimum once a day, I do this guided meditation. And as I am speaking the meditation, I'm doing the exercise myself.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question. Do you see that?
Yep.
Hi, Jamie. So nice to see you. So she's saying, are you familiar? And so, okay, look at this, more validation, girl. I'm just saying. Okay, so Miss Jamie's asking,
Yeah.
doesn't the magician in the tarot cards have the figure? She's the infinity above him,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
she's like, I might be wrong. So, guess who's
Yeah.
going to be teaching us this soon?
Yeah, we've had a small conversation around the tarot, and apparently I'm going to learn and then teach tarot as well. So hang on for that one. That's coming. Right now I'm doing the meditation.
This is so funny. It's so validating. So yes,
Yeah.
okay, I just had to show that. So yep.
Yeah. He
Yes.
has
So
the infinity sign above him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so going back to yes, and for me, what I believe is that it's the infinite flow, because everything is always the infinite flow, and as you go through things, of course, sometimes it widens, it gets bigger, so it has to shift and change. And as you grow and learn, you're integrating these new things. So you have this. I love always using the example of school, right? So you're in first grade only for so long, but once you learn all this, then you get the next level, and then you start learning new things. So now you start integrating more colors in your crayon box. And this is what I was going to tell you guys. This is why you have to get her meditations, because yes, she might start with your breathing, but it's her guided, like she's saying, guided meditation. It's her words and how she utilizes her words that get you to that sweet spot. Because my belief is, okay, you guys, I'm always talking about the 4 bodies, right? I invite you to go to my website, www.traytalk.net, where you could get a free little gift of my 4 bodies of energy. And it explains in my perception that we have the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual body. And what happens is a lot of times, like what Willow's saying, when we're not taking the deep breaths, for me, it separates the bodies, and your mental body can't even hear your spiritual body. So you're not taking the guidance or listening to the instinctual, intuitive flashes that your physical body's trying to raise your awareness to, right? Because your emotional body's doing its own thing over here, freaking out. Forget all the thoughts in your mental body. So when you breathe, to me, it allows all 4 bodies to be in totality. And this is one of the only times unless some of us who are able to be Zen throughout the day, that's not me. No, because my energy's up here and it's over there and it's here and there and there and there and everywhere. So when you realize that these are the times when you get the best thinking, the best intuitive flashes. And for a lot of us, that's why it happens in the shower, because it's one of the few times we just slow down and breathe, and we let ourselves breathe, and that water washes away that crazy, and to me, all those emotions, and clears way for the thoughts, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah, for me, it's the car. For me, I get those intuitive flashes in the car
Because you're moving
when I'm
forward,
driving.
and the
I'm
energy's
moving
moving.
forward. I'm moving forward, and I'm relaxed, and I'm doing. Yeah, I like driving. I drive a lot, so when I'm alone in the car, I usually get the I
Because some people
usually
don't
don't
believe
put
that you
anything
could actually
on.
meditate. You can meditate at any time. And this is
Yeah,
what she's going
because
to teach you.
it is not closing your eyes. It is not
Being
just
all.
sitting down. That's the praxis. That's the class. That's the class to get to know that state. Because when you know that state and you have trained yourself to, when you breathe in a certain way, that is the state your body goes into, your mind goes into. You can do all sorts of other things, like having screaming kids all around you, cooking dinner, and all of these things, driving, taking a shower. You can do that. And that is the whole point of meditating. It is the whole point of doing that. It's not to sit down hours and hours on end and calm your mind and allow all thoughts to go away, because they won't. I'm telling you, your thoughts will not be going anywhere. They will be there waiting till you are back online, or they will come and try and disturb you. And that is not the point. It's not the point to make thoughts go away. It's not the point to sit down and just be this Zen figure. The point is to practice that and then go out and do it in real life.
Apply.
That is that
Application, people.
application.
Application.
Application. Exactly. We need to do that, because otherwise, if we are just sitting down and meditating and saying, oh, and oh, we need our thoughts to go away, we need to go. And then if we then step into our lives and keep doing the same patterns over and over again, it's meaningless.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for
Exactly.
you. So
And this is where I laugh, because I know people on my journey. So say countless, I've been in countless different groups, whether in the church or on Clubhouse, right? We're doing a 5-day challenge. We're doing a 28-day challenge. We're doing whether it's a meditation one, a reading one, a whatever one, right? And through all of the years of these things and I've done countless book readings, like in the church, they're always like, okay, we're reading this book, for the month of whatever. And we'd get the books, but most of the people would read through it, check, put it back on the shelf. And I know countless people who told me, oh, I read that book in a weekend. Oh, I read that in a few hours. And they were impressed by themselves. And I used to be impressed by those people. But what I realized is that there is no way in the world that you can implement a whole book's worth of strategies, implement them so that they can actually affect and change your life by reading it for 2 hours and throwing it up on the shelf. So now I learned the people who I really admire are the ones who spend like a whole week diving into one chapter, or
yeah,
spend
and pulling it
on the
apart
concept
and seeing all of the different perspectives.
and
I'm not
how to
doing that at the
integrate it.
moment because
How,
mom.
yeah, because we
And
can't follow we have to make it ours.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like you made it yours.
Exactly. We need to take out all of the stuff that we can use, and the rest just goes over the shoulder. I read audiobooks from Audible, and that's the thing for me. I'm auditive, so Clubhouse, yeah. So
Yeah, and I
I
moved
take
too
I take
quickly.
things in through my ears, through listening, and I need to hear myself speak as well when I need to figure out stuff. Um, so
Because you believe yourself, people. You believe your own voice more than anybody else's.
even though
That's why when you
even
record
if you
your own
don't
self
think
saying,
that,
yeah,
your subconscious is always listening. That is why. That's another thing. Never talk trash about yourself. Never. You knew that was coming.
Uh-uh.
Because
You
never
could
say
laugh at
anything to
yourself.
you,
You could do a
to
lot
your
of things. Mm-mm.
never say anything to yourself that you will not say to someone else. Never.
No.
Never.
Nope. And my daughter, she was my best teacher. My daughter Felicia, she was like, Mom, why do you tell yourself that? You would never tell me that.
Yeah.
You know, and she would catch me going, why are you so mean to yourself? You would never tell me that. She's like, Mom, just talk to yourself like you're talking to me. I'm like, okay. But it made
Exactly.
sense. It
Yeah.
it does. Because not only are you always listening, but the law of attraction is always listening. And it is not smart, you guys. It's obedient. It is
Yeah.
obedient
It
and
just
it
brings
will
in
validate.
what we
It
are
will
sending out.
validate what you repeatedly think and say
Yeah.
about yourself and the world.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we're doing a clubhouse room today in the XP Mentor, my favorite place to hang out when I'm not in my own club. But today is the law of attraction. That's the thing, and that's my topic because some of you know that I am blessed to be friends with the man who wrote the book 23 years ago, Michael Lozier, my dear, dear friend. And I love learning from him, apprenticing from him. So I get to hear it from the horse's mouth, all the redirecting and the retraining. But what I love is he helps me to continue to not only stay on the vibration where I know, trust, and believe that life is always perfect. It's always happening for me. It's exactly, and that I could create anything that I want. So I love playing the game. Girl, tell them how you play the game.
How I play the game. Well, I in my personal life, there's a reason for me to get anxiety. And all of that.
She's a highly sensitive person, you guys.
You're frozen. I couldn't hear what you said.
I said you're highly sensitive. She's a highly sensitive person, people.
Yes. So I sense all sorts of BS from other people, and I have been taking that on as my own for years and years. And that is something that has also been helped by the meditation, because when I step into myself and I step into that space, there's no room for all of that other bullshit. Sorry, my French.
You're fine to go, girl. That's me.
There's no room for that, because my energy field will be full of me. It will just automatically push out anything and everything that is not in alignment with what I am here to do. And it will make me see the difference between what is mine and what is other people's.
Mm-hmm. And I asked that. Now, when I really started understanding that I'm an empath and I'm a highly sensitive person who could perceives energy on a higher, my body just thinks it's its business on a higher amplified level than other people. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I thought I was crazy. I thought I was
Yeah.
crazy. So one of my
Yeah,
first
that's something that
techniques
goes
was a
around in the spiritual
meditation.
community.
Yes, and it was a decompression chamber kind of environment meditation that I would walk myself through. And then that was the first time I ever discovered. Of course, somebody else helped me do it the first time, but then they taught me how to do it, right? That what it felt like to just be in my own energy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am freaking awesome. I am so happy. I am so funny. I am so fine. And I was like, okay, I don't have low self-esteem. I don't have body issues. I don't have, but being around other people and going into the store, I didn't realize. And oh, I don't have enough money. And now I'm freaking out. And
Yeah, and it's funny how you suddenly can get some emotion just
and it feels
out of
like
the
it's
blue.
you.
Yeah. And another thing that tends to happen with me is that if I try to go in another direction, for instance, get a paid job at the cash register at the local supermarket, I go straight into anxiety attacks. That is my body's telling me, no, we're not doing that anymore. We are doing something different. We are here to create a much bigger impact. So,
And I
and
always
and
I
the
always say
funny
that.
thing is, when I work on my business, when I work on meditation, when I work with clients, nothing.
thriving.
I can do that hours and hours on end. I'll be tired afterwards. I need a nap. I'm sensitive.
Yeah, it's energy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But I can do that with nothing happening.
your body's always telling you. Your body is always letting you know, but we're all trained and we are all so desensitized to our body's reactions and responses, between our parents telling us we didn't have a reason to cry and you're fine and suck it up and all the 50 million other things, right? We were all trained to discard how we felt about things, and that you just have to show up, do it. We've been doing it wrong, you guys. We're all doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Now
But we
it's time.
needed that experience. That's
Yes,
another thing. We needed those
the
experiences to
polarity.
wake up. Yeah, we need that polarity. We need that polarity. We need to be showing up for ourselves in that way, so that we know that we need these experiences when we come here, so that we can. It's, as you said, it's school.
Be discerning, because how can you be discerning if you don't have the information?
Yeah,
I love it. Love it.
Exactly. And that is actually one of the things that keep me going from my everyday life, is knowing that that there's a deeper reason for the things that are happening, that they're happening.
Yeah,
because I'm
was
part
thinking,
of someone else's story, and other people are part of my story, and
it's the
and
weaving.
I can't know. It's the weaving in, and it's the, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what these other people need in their baggage. I do not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have been trying to meddle with some of this stuff, because some of it is regarding my kids, and I've been trying to meddle with it, and I've been speaking with a friend about it, and every time I start to pull something and try to make it right, it blows up in my face. Like,
because it's not for you to fix.
It's not for me to fix, because there's some experiences there for my kids to get, so that they'll have the knowledge and the wisdom when they move into their adulthood.
I realized that every time I rescued my kids from the full impact of any experience, they had to keep having it over and over until they got to have it. And so then I felt worse when I realized that, I was the roadblock to them getting the wisdom sooner, or having the thing. Just like all of us, we learn more from the things that go wrong than we ever learn from the things that go right. And if we didn't have, for me, I'm a Heyoka, I do everything backwards. So if I didn't have all the things that go, girl, I don't like people treating me like that, I don't like people talking to me like that, I don't know, right?
We need those experiences.
Yes, then I wouldn't
again,
know
we're back
that I
to the
want
discernment.
something different. Yeah.
We're back to the discernment. We're back to us not knowing what we like and what we do not like. And that is also something in the 8 minutes of meditation that we go into, is that discernment. Because when you are expanding out into your full potential, taking up the space that is meant for you, the energetic, not only the physical, but the energetic field that is huge. It's been scientifically proven that we can affect quantum stuff that is a football field away from us. We can start to program small crystals that are a football field away from us. Imagine how entangled we are. Imagine how big we actually are. So if we dare to step into that, we will be able to discern what is ours, what is not ours, what is for us and what is not for us, what we can invest ourselves in emotionally, and what we should just allow to slide out.
Yes.
Fall away.
After decades of studies, because I started with Western medicine, which told me I had to go to a psychologist to get right. But after years and years of learning countless stuff, I couldn't understand why I had all of the theories, but yet I still had all the triggers. And then I realized in my perception that the emotional body never got healed. And what I realized is the emotional body is housing every single moment of impact, and it's lodged all of the five senses, which with each moment what I was smelling, sensing, tasting, hearing, seeing, all of the things, right? And so then that's why it doesn't matter how much I know it here, if I don't address it where it's being triggered, and the triggers and all of these different things, and recognizing my physical body is telling me, girl, you're getting anxiety, girl, you're getting stressed, girl, you are getting, and for me, I believe everything, whether they're warts, acne, all of this stuff, it comes from mental and emotional dis-ease. And so it's like our body's always telling us in some
we
way,
don't listen, it just
form.
speaks louder.
Yeah, and it'll get sicker if you don't listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
The subtle taps and the gentle whispers become full-blown cancer, disease, diabetes, whatever, all of the things.
Yeah.
We can help
Especially
you.
if we are holding on, if we're gripping very, very hard onto something. For instance, I've had a lot to do about, I've been talking a lot about identification earlier in my career. So the thing is that we have a tendency to identify with our job, with our role in the family, with who
The hats we
were.
wear. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
The hats we wear.
And if we are not able to see that identity as fluid, and we're holding on to it. For instance, the businessman that loses his business, if he's identifying with that business, he will lose himself, or that is what he will feel like. He will feel like he has lost himself, or a part of himself. He might as well have lost his arm.
Yes.
So we need to be detaching from the outside world. We need to be detaching from all of the moving objects around us, because they are moving objects and they might move away from us at some point. And if we are keeping ourselves constricted and small,
I think everything moves away. I don't know anybody who gets to have anything forever. Not a house, not a car, not even our kids.
At some point,
they move
some point
out.
it will disappear. At some point.
It's and this is why people, especially women, have a hard time and have the empty nesting syndrome and all these things, because they lost their identity in their children. They decide, oh, I only got this one hat, but they lose themselves and who they are, and forget because they didn't allow any self-care, any self-awareness time, any self-love time, just add the self ...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then we're back to the short meditations.
The not breathing.
The not breathing. Yeah, because they're always constricting themselves. They're also always busy. I've been like that, and sometimes I'm still like that, and I grab myself in those situations, and I just hold myself and say, okay, it's okay, breathe.
But we have the tools, and this is what I love. In the end, right now, we are all having a human experience. This beautiful queen. Oh, I'm so blessed that she is in my presence, that we got to meet and connect, because she is what I call forward, the reciprocating relationships. This is the person who has here, she gives to me and pours into me, and I pour into her. And we hold each other up, and we're like, oh girl, I was having a little break for a while. I needed a break. Okay. Oh, me too. Okay, girl. Okay, good. Amen. No shame, no blame. Just, I got you. You're supported. You're perfect. It's fine.
And everything is. Everything, and that's the thing. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. When we have the right perspectives, when we have the right viewpoint of the world, then everything is perfect. Everything is a Fibonacci. Everything ties together. Everything has a rhythm.
And any disturbance in the mental body is only coming up to raise your awareness to create what you want. So anytime you get the thought of, oh, I can't breathe, I don't have enough money. And then, I've learned to train to ask myself, us highly sensitive people, just ask yourself first, is this my energy? And I promise you're going to perceive a yes or a no somehow
And
energetically, or
take a
you'll
deep
even
breath,
almost feel
right,
it.
while you're asking, because that will
The second,
get you into,
the second you feel the shift, because how many of you guys were all like, la, like we were just singing, dancing, hey, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, I don't know. I
hit
feel
by a ton of bricks right on the chest.
Yeah, it's like hitting a wall, and you're like, oh gosh, I was just fine.
Yeah. And
Okay, is this
we all
mine?
have that person in our lives that we know, okay, if I come close to this person, I will feel like crap for the rest of my day.
Got to detox that.
Yeah.
It's
the very good way to do that is by expanding ourselves, because it will push out everything that is not serving.
Yes.
And it will leave the clarity.
Or it makes you immediately discomforting, so uncomfortable immediately that you recognize it the more, right? So like before we didn't know, but now it's like you can't miss it almost, huh?
No. Like me, if I started to go into the I need a job mode, I have my body telling me instantaneously, no, you don't need a job. You are provided for. You just haven't seen it yet, but it's coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. But this is it. So Jamie, that's the thing. So it's always rephrasing your words, because so for instance, even when we started the positivity thing and the law of attraction, I started saying, oh, the money will come. But as I kept saying that, and guess what? It's never gonna, if you're saying it's gonna come, it's always on its way. It's never gonna arrive. But when you use words like, oh, I always have more than enough money, I always have more than enough time, I'm so supported by life.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there was something that it'll come back.
This is this amazing Willow. So you guys, I want you to connect. Oh yeah, I was like, I got to get your stuff so I could connect you. She is amazing. I tell you, I encourage you to get on Clubhouse and get into her meditation rooms, because she could change your life. Let me tell you, she helps. Let me tell you, countless times I've been in, and I've been blessed. So of course, I always give thanks for exactly what I need when I need it. And out of the crazy times, here she is. I hop in a room that isn't even her room, that she just gets ready to get ready to do a meditation. I'm like, yes,
exactly. Alignment.
That's my energy. The energy
aligning.
Perfectly aligning. So
yeah.
Yes. Okay,
so you can connect to me on Instagram. That's my that's the go-to platform at the moment. And what I am offering, one of the things that I'm offering is really, really cool, because you can have your own guided meditation that is perfectly aligned to you. It is something where we talk together for about half an hour to kind of get the set point on what it is that you need. There's a cat coming. to get you to where you need. Yeah, you're pretty.
Don't you love it?
Yeah. She's a real witch's cat. So
yeah, they don't like to be left out.
No. And then after that, I create a guided meditation that you go listen to for 21, 28 days in that area. And we can do all sorts of cool things. We can go in and start to change patterns. We can go in and start to, I've helped someone stop smoking. She went from 50 to 0 cigarettes in very short time. But it wasn't just my meditation, it was aligning her with the situations, the people that would help her and support her in that process. So at the same time as we were detoxing her energetically, she would run into people that will help her, say, and nurse saying, oh, 1 patch? No, with that amount, you need at least 2. And then it suddenly worked for her. to start
Yeah.
to get that done and get
Isn't
that
it
smoking
crazy?
out
I
of her
love it. I
life.
love it.
So it's not per se me that's doing it. It's people themselves. It's you that does the work. You're just listening to what it is that I'm guiding,
Hmm.
and doing what you need to be doing.
I agree.
So
Because
so
everybody's,
I help you align with that.
yeah. And what she does is she reads your energy.
Yeah.
So when she connects with you and she feels into the energy and your verbal communication and combines the two, and it's like energetically between all the information she's getting and her mad skill set, she's giving you the information how to do it. So that's all we do. All of us healers do is we gain the wisdom, because all of the wisdom is always within you. It's in
Mhm.
you. And we just carry it around, and then we have other people like each other who help us reflect that, or help us to see the reflection that we're not seeing, because some of our mirrors are dirty, or we got rosy goggles on.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't really want to bother with making them clean. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the mirroring of others and having clean mirrors like you and I, that is so amazing. To It's an amazing gift to give yourself.
She's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. That's why I love her. Yes, you are a gift to give myself. And I continue to gift myself with you more and more. So I want you to share about this amazing room you get to be a part of on Saturdays. Okay, so I have to tell you, I heard about this room and it had stopped, and the sabbatical was already almost a year and it's back. So I got to be a part of it on one of the first days.
Yeah, is it the Fed talks you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this is Savannah Dover's room, and she does this amazing room where there's room for everyone to come and tell their story. And then the people that are on the mod team, among them me, I haven't been there for the past two weekends, but I'm getting back on that horse. um, we pour into whomever needs it, and we pour into the people that are coming on stage and sharing their story, and it's so beautiful. And Savannah holds that space so perfectly. She sits there sometimes 24 hours listening to people, giving them feedback, giving them recognition on what it is that they're sharing. So join that room as well. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm with my kids, and yeah, then
Yes.
it's not possible. So, but that room is so amazing. So, are you on the
Mhm.
mod squad for that?
I am, and
Yeah,
I was the same. I was so happy to be there. And then the last 2 weekends, I was traveling all
yeah,
over, so I was on flights for most of the Saturdays. So 2 Saturdays in the last two, I was traveling literally in the airport or on airplanes with no
yeah.
signal.
Then
So
that's not really
I am so
doable.
excited because, and so this is where I got to have another meditation with the amazing Willow. So I
Yeah,
want you to get in touch with this amazing meditation rebel. Okay, there's her Instagram, you guys. I put it in the chat for you guys to see. I want you to connect with her. So what other things do you have coming? 2023, I've been hearing so many people with so many new products and theories, and
I have
girl.
something new coming up, and Louis Villa has been so gracious as to lend me her club, Ever Mindful. So I'm doing this 7 week thing where we will go in and talk about the chakras. I will be teaching about the chakra, each chakra every week, and we will do a deep dive cleanse of that chakra. That will not only be 10 minute meditations, that will be a bit longer, maybe even two meditations, one in the beginning and one in the end. I don't know exactly, because I kind of flow with it. I create the outline, I have the content, and then I flow with it, and allow what needs to come through, because it depends on who is listening.
I
Depends
know.
on
See,
the
and that's what I
listener.
love about you. You let the energy, you let yourself be guided by the intuitive flashes
Mhm.
to provide exactly what is wanted, desired, and required in each meditation. And I noticed it's funny because I've heard her in enough meditations that I feel when she's getting that intuitive guidance, because it's almost like you hiccup and question your statement, but then you just kind of let it go. But I feel that like, oh, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of odd, and you're like, okay, but then you just go with it, and then it's always so perfect. Yes.
Yeah, because it depends on who is meant to be listening, both on the live, but also on the replay. And that will be the same for these rooms. So go on Clubhouse and follow me there as well. I will be starting to schedule the rooms out shortly. I don't know exactly when.
I'm excited, girl. If you
I will
want
be
any
starting
support,
them in the middle, around the middle of February. I want to start it around a new moon. So look out for that.
yeah, so please, if you want any support, you feel free to let me know. I will be more than happy to, if I am open. So now I'm being more selective with my time. I used to be all over the place all the time, and now I'm like, no, I got to do the other things. I got to have that balance. I have to stay in harmony, and I was not in harmony. I was a
Exactly,
little
and
off.
that's also something that I've learned from the last time I was on Clubhouse. I was like in every of the big rooms, and it is more draining than it's
It's
building.
exhausting.
It's exhausting because it's
Especially
the same
if
thing
they're
that goes
not
on.
reciprocating rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
exactly.
found
So
reciprocating rooms.
I like the smaller rooms. I like the rooms that Louis Villa has on Ever Mindful. I love
Mhm.
even though it's a big room, I love the Fed Talks because the energy in there.
But that's a special room.
That's a
That
very
is a
special
special big
room.
room because the energy is so empowering in that room,
Yeah,
and it's so
yeah,
elevating.
yeah.
And
And
girl, yes, it's an infusion.
it is.
Infusion.
It is.
Yes.
It is. So
I heard
and the
about it. And so when I
other.
finally got to sit in it, I was like, oh,
Mhm.
yes, I could see why you guys. Then I was like, oh, that little FOMO hit me. Oh, see, I didn't even get it for a whole year. Okay, but it's back. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So, and the other thing that I have coming up, it's not clearly scheduled yet. I'm in the Fight for Your Business club. It's a more business oriented club,
Yeah.
but I like it because Jay that runs it has his heart completely submerged in that
Yeah, he is a
process.
sweetheart.
He is amazing. He's my coach, and I've not met a coach like him
He
ever.
is awesome. I'm
Yeah,
encouraged because he always loves to support me too. And I'm doing he happens to be around having a room when I have time. So I've been hopping in lately. So I'm
yeah.
excited.
So I've been talking to him about creating some more business oriented meditation rooms. So I'm that's something that I'm working on as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, for the people. I give you
yeah,
so much encouragement and support on that. I call forward your ideal clients who just appreciate you, love you, already knew that you were needed and wanted, so they already have a budget prepared for you, girl. It's
exactly.
happening.
It's happening.
It's happening. How exciting. I knew you had some stuff. Everybody I'm talking to, that's what I love about these people that I am around. We are all creatives. We are all action takers. We are all problem solvers. We're here to help heal and elevate this world in all of our unique ways. You guys, Trey Urban here. I am known as the Transformational Energy Trainer. I help people shift that energy. You got every Wednesday, I have Empower Hour just for this reason. So for a small fee, you get to come in. I get to pour into you. I always get intuitive little flashes for everybody because I stay
And
in
you
a
need to listen up.
I stay in the state of breathing and the flashes. I all the information comes, but not only that. So I know with your unique recipe what tools you need and strategies to help not only move the energy, to navigate your mental thoughts, to just completely heal that emotional body and those triggers. Because once you do, when you heal those little inner children that got traumatized and dramatized and kicked around and abused, you regain a part of self that helps anchor your security, your confidence. So let me tell you, Empower Hour every Wednesday. Go out to my website, www.tradetalk.net, and there you can see some of my other offers. I encourage you guys, get on freaking Clubhouse, all right? Every Monday, I do a Money Making Monday room where we talk about the science of getting rich. So you know what? It is like an equation. It is as sure as the law of gravity. So if you're ready to scale it up, and get to the facts, then let me know. Transformational Tuesday, I apply a lot of the law of attraction things from my amazing friend Michael Lozier, the man who wrote the law of attraction. But Transformational Tuesday is about getting rid of all of these things. That's why I have people like Willow, so she can help you learn how to capture these thoughts, to get rid of all that crazy anxiety, to not let your emotions keep you locked in your house and under your blankets. Like me, I'm raising my hand because I used to do that, be in my room for 3 days. No, I can't go out into the world. Sorry. No, no, no. And then so what happens then is people come to the Empower Hour. And so every Wednesday I have this Laugh and Learn lunch. But then every Thursday it's Discover Your Purpose Room, because after you start healing, people get excited and they're like, you know what? I bet you I could do this. I wonder if I could do that. Oh, I don't like my job. I'm quitting it. So I don't know, but I'm doing it. And so that's what I help you. Then I help you with discovering your purpose every Thursday. So you guys get on Clubhouse. I get to be with this beautiful queen in her meditative rooms. Yes. So
Can I tell people about the first time I really heard you in one of those rooms?
no.
My ears was burning. My cheeks were burning. You were speaking to me. No, yeah, I think you were speaking to me, but my cheeks were hot. My ears were burning on the outside, on all the way to the inside. I was like, okay, there's something about that Trey. She's the real deal. Usually people do not get my cheeks burning with energy. So she's a powerful, powerful, powerful being. Be in her rooms, be in her presence, because that is where it is happening.
Yes. Same. I reciprocate that, my queen. So I encourage you guys, I part into Miss Will all day, the meditation rebel. So if you're ready to transform, come on. Come on. Lean in. Lean in. I invite you to lean in. Lean into my beautiful Willow. There's her Instagram, you guys. Hit us up on Clubhouse.
Me, and I'll be there.
Get in before she does her 7-week challenge, you guys. Come on. Let's do this. All right, you guys. I am so excited to let you go, and I'm going to close this out in my normal fashion. 3, I'm sending you so much light and love. 2, I'm sending you these blessings beyond belief. And 1, I am giving you the confidence and courage to create the amazingness that helps you know you are thriving and striving for your best life. Until next week, you guys.